time to get out here. No one for me to kill solo. So they're gonna give up yet another tower. Yeah, these blink daggers, the early levels on the swap, really helpful for the Dire squad, and the command aura or the vengeful aura being maxed up. You know what this reminds me again? For any, I guess, Chinese haters out there, this is a Chinese build. Back in when Vengeful Spirit just took Magic Missile at 1 and leveled up all the other spells.
Well, that was when Magic Missile had the same stun duration at all levels, so there are some trade-offs here, but I like the build. Given their lineup, they really needed a support to, go a little bit later. They're going to have some late-game insurance. It's not going to be too much on Venge. One thing I wanted to point out, Bounty Hunter is going for a Perseverance, so a little bit greedy by Miguel. He could have gotten a drum for this money. That would be a lot of extra health. It would help the team out quite a bit. But rather than go for that, he's going to go for farming. Of course, the mono regen is nice. Hani in some trouble. No, he's going to be okay. Play might be the one to go down. He's very low. That cloak does save him. Without the cloak, we would have seen him drop there. Sand King blinking away from the looks of it. Bottom tower being pressured. All three supports grouped up here. Ward's working on the tower. No Tail in reserve. And crucially, Nova has finally managed to pick up level 6, so he will have that ultimate if a fight breaks out.
Yeah, I mean, goes back to the Bounty Hunter. I wonder if this is a really good pick. A reason why a Bounty Hunter is a really good hero in public games is that no one clumps up. Everyone just split up. But against Fnatic, who loves to clump, I'm not sure if this is a hero that you want to have. He's going to try to pick off a couple hero that's going to come up on the top lane, but let's see how much luck he's going to get. Well, we'll see Hani. He could hit and track and maybe set up a kill for his team, but top tower is going to get destroyed. Looks like they swap on No Tail. They want Sand King. Sand King's Blink Dagger is going to get cancelled. He cannot come in. Koga's on top of him, and Hani's got to run right now. Meanwhile, No Tail at half HP already. They just saved their Mania. It's going to be fine. And they got a tower, so a tower department a little bit back to their favor.
Wow, that Blink Dagger being cancelled was huge. I was actually watching No Tail, who swapped in. I guess it was the Enigma on the top lane. They would have gotten the kill if the blink hadn't been disabled by the Bounty Hunter. He was about to blink in and chain up that stun. Unfortunately, they lose the tower and nobody dies. Big win here for Eclypsia. And if you're getting those early towers, that's going to be more space for Miguel to farm. Speaking of Miguel, he's got a double damage room, but that's not going to help you. If you're chain stunned, he eats the H-type Russian Cold Feet, but not able to swap in time. It was just cooling down. Man, that's unfortunate timing. Very lucky if you're Miguel, but
yeah,
living on the edge there, to say the least.
He would have got swapped back, and it would have been Sentry Ward range. The Kofi would have taken. He would have died for sure there. So just 2 seconds off on the swap cooldown did not work out there. He has a Yasha, by the way, from the Vengeful Spirit. Blink Dagger initiation against Playmate. They want the ultimate. They're going to drop the ultimate. It does not get cancelled. Playmate goes down, and suddenly we have an even game. Hani with his Blink Dagger utilizing it perfectly. Whenever his ultimate's off cooldown, he's using it. Whenever has Blink ready to go, he's initiating for his team. So they're doing a lot of dirty work. Ancient Aberration Ice Blast going to find Rise on the bot lane. A single nuke might bring him down. Venomancer is not going to go in range. Venomancer though, look at his skill build. Poison Sting getting pit up. I'm not sure if I actually like that choice. I mean, Poison Sting is a great spell in lane, but once you're outside laning stage, your low range is not going to help you do too much in a single engagement.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action. Let's take a look at the gold graph. Man, that is the most even gold graph you will ever seen. It's been up and down a little bit. It's actually gone the Radiance way. That's off the back of that Tier 2 tower top. Of course, we've seen some kills here and there from Miguel. I like the Yasha pickup on No Tail. He's going for a bit more of a carry build. They have so many supports, they don't need another one. And this gives them some damage. You know Era is not going to be doing any. I think at this point he should be going for BKB, just looking to tank and distract in the team fights. And let No Tail hopefully deal the damage in the back. Along with, of course you've got the Aura, so he doesn't need too many damage items. Vengeance Aura, the minus armor from Hal, or Wave of Terror, you'll be doing good damage just by being near that Vengeful Spirit in the team fights.
Yeah, a lot of options that Yasha could go into. I mean, you could just go Yasha and back into BKB like you suggested. You go into...
Oh, I was talking about BKB for Era.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the Broodmother should tank in the front lines, and then you'll see... Vengeful Spirit doing the damage, because I don't think Era's going to be able to contribute if he doesn't have one.
I mean, if he does have a BKB, the ultimate for your Insatiable Hunger does give you quite a bit, as we see a kill on the bot lane. I mean, that's okay. I think he can do some damage. Also, you're not going to be afraid of the black hole too much, as we play him again being a lot aggressive. He's constantly in this, in the behind of a tier 1 tower. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Blink Dagger from Han, he's going to find him. Playmate's been dying quite a bit. Ancient Aberration Ice Blast is going to seal the deal. There's a decent... Oh, he might actually live out there?
No, that's not will finally go down. It did draw another TP, during which time, of course, Miguel happily farming away on the bottom lane. Battle Fury will be online. It's not going to be that fast, but he should have it in the next let's say, minute or two. So that'll be under 20 minutes. That's a good time. It's not fantastic. But he's contributed to the team. He's gotten some gold for his supports. So I think overall the Radiant... Eclypsia is not going to be unhappy with the way this game is going. At the same time, Fnatic is in it, which is more than you can say for how it went in the mid-game last time around. Hani set up for a big epicenter if they push this.
Hani, epicenter is ready. He's level 11. It's going to hurt quite a bit. And Radiant says, yeah, we'll back off for now.
Wise decision. It's so hard to push against Sankey with the Blink Dagger. This is devoting 4 heroes to that bottom lane. We're not going to see too much farm for Miguel as long as he sits here. Maybe they'll back off.
Yeah, there were some couple Radiant pings on where Sanking position is, so perhaps they already know where Sanking is, and they don't want to push that.
Yeah, Hani's been finagling his way into a better position there. I don't think that's the right use of that word, but I like the word, so I'm going to use it that way anyway. Hopefully expanding everyone's vocabulary, even if I used it wrong. You can learn the right way to use it if you Google it. Era is going to be pushing up on the top lane. He's got 2,000 gold. What will he be saving for? Will it be an Orchids? Will it be a BKB? Will he just save for buyback? I mean, I don't think buyback's going to do too much this early. But he's not spending his gold yet.
Yep, there's a Oblivion Staff. It's going to be silence.
Well, you know, Enigma's not going to have a BKB anytime soon. At least I don't think he is. What's on the courier? Yeah, he's got a Blink Dagger. Let's Darkseer. You talked about it. He's been feeding. It could work out. I mean, I thought they would need someone in the front lines with a BKB. He's still going to be pretty squishy. But at the same time, it gives them another disable, and they only have 2 reliable stuns. So, not the worst thing in the world. But I might like a BKB a little better.
There's a gank going on the top lane here. They're waiting for Era to come out invisible and get a track on him. Because if he's tracked, he's dead with Surge in position. Or maybe there's a dust available? Is there any dust? Uh-oh, Era.
Era is so dead.
Iron Shell Surge, Iron Shell Surge, Iron Shell Surge. Come on, give the Surge to Koga. Let's go. There's a vacuum. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Come on now. Come on now.
Era outrunning them. He's going to go down, but he is wasting a lot.
Damn Bigo! For the love of God.
Pops the ult. Oh, that would have been so funny if you had enough damage to turn that around. TP's out from Eclypsia in the bottom lane. 2 heroes forced to TP away. A nice kill, though. The longer this game goes on, if Fnatic gets caught out, and this is one of the reasons you talked about Bounty Hunter likes for teams to spread out. Well, Broodmother's almost never with her team, at least traditionally. She likes to be pushing on her own, and that's where Bounty Hunter's going to punish him. So I don't know what's the adjustment that you even make on Brood? Do you just go farm with your team?
No, I gotta just bite the bullet. Hopefully your team is doing something as well, because you know that Bounty Hunter doesn't stay with his team. So, I mean, there's a lot of roaming going on. And it looks like the entire Dire Squad is roaming towards the mid lane. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bounty Hunter doesn't like to gank with his entire team either, so he is by himself. So you could definitely gank him, just as he's ganking your Broodmother. So you could set up baits and whatnot. It's definitely a very more spread out, minded oriented game. Does that even make sense? The game's gonna be a little bit more
spread out, minded oriented game. No, I think that was a little bit confusing.
Like if I use that term wrongly, people can learn the right way to use it and learn, right?
Hani burst striking away defensively. They could have made a huge go here. Big swap from Notel. He's level 11. He's also almost got the Manta up. Angel going to drop. Epicenter on absolutely nothing. That was a little bit unfortunate. But they still got the kill on the Shrek. Meanwhile, Era is farming up in the top lane. Bounty Hunter is not going to be harassing because Miguel has migrated down to the bottom lane. Playmate rotating towards mid. He's picked up a hood. He's working on a pipe. Maybe we'll see a Roshan attempt. No, looks like they're just going to back off.
Yeah, here's an issue with Bounty Hunter as it approaches the mid-game. As we see, Hani takes up. Look at that, was just a single track hit with Janata and a Shuriken toss, and Hani's basically dead. Can he get out the blink? It's gonna be close. Burrow strike out. He's gonna blink, and Koga trying to run in. I don't think that's gonna be enough. He's going, but Burrow strike again. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, wanted to get in range for that Shuriken toss. Not going to be able to. Hani living on the absolute brink. You could not have been any closer than that to dying. Not in terms of the HP, but more in terms of how close Bounty Hunter's daggers were to just slicing him up. He was able to get away. This Bounty Hunter, he's still squishy, but now with the Battle Fury. If the enemy team is grouping up, you're not able to fight, well, you're going to be getting some farm either way. So another source of gold for a hero that normally relies on hero kills to get it.
Yeah, now the team fight is going to be really in the hands of the Vacuum and Black Hole. Not so much for the kind of a wombo combo kind of thing as we see initiation of Fly. Fly's going to be going down. Single Janata hit. Oh my goodness. Barrel Strike on 3. That's going to be close. Mensor's ult going to be dropped. I think that's going to stymie the push at the very least. They're not going to push off of this because everyone's solo.
Man, can you imagine if there was an epicenter there? That would have been a triple kill. Poor Hani. I guess they knew the epicenter was down, so they felt a little more comfortable being aggressive. But that pretty much useless epicenter on a hero that was already dead. Over towards the bottom rune, coming back to haunt them as it leads to a kill. Coming out for the Radiant and a free escape, where otherwise it might have gone a lot differently.
Vengeful Spirit, level 12, Manta Styles finish. And again, God forbid, if she ever hits level 16, the initiation is going to be coming like crazy. Miguel is spotted. Let's see if there's going to be some crazy like Sentry Ward snipe as they drop it down. Playmate, they see him. Uh-oh. Actually, they're going to kill No-Tail. No-Tail does have Manta. Immediately debuffs everything coming his way. It's going to be able to walk out here. Here comes the epicenter. It's going to be drop on Miguel. Miguel's going to go down. Not enough tank on him. Swap back on the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is going to go down as well. Not before he drops off an ultimate. Playmate gets off one kill. Now Riot trying to go the other way. There's a Blink Malefice. No-Tail's going to go down. There's a courier just chilling out there. That courier, someone kill the love. No, it's going to go down.
Wow, Fly definitely could have picked that off. Really big play by Hani to get that kill. Even though your Ancient Apparition and Vengeful Spirit died, you stopped what was becoming an out of control streak for the Bounty Hunter, and more importantly, perhaps, Era is getting finally a chance to breathe, a chance to farm. He's pretty much got the Orchid, which I assume will be the way that he goes from here, and then he'll be looking for the BKB. If he ever gets both of those up, he'll be able to sit in the front lines, really draw a lot of attention. That's going to free Hani up to look for a big epicenter, as well as Vengeful Spirit, to maybe do a little bit of right-clicking, something we don't normally see.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta kill him Bounty Hunter, but I feel like Bounty Hunter, once you approach the mid to late game, his hero's potential becomes a lot smaller. Simply because, again, he excels in single track kill, and that goes back to the point of what I want to point out earlier, is now the game is in the hands of the Vacuum and the Black Hole. Not so much, again, to get the 5-man Black Hole, but just good enough of Black Hole to force enemy run to away. Because when people are running away, guess what Bounty's good at? Tracking everyone and hunting them down, especially with the help of Blink Dagger Malefice, Nova, and things of that such. So if you have a good wall vacuum to start on a team fight, do look towards Eclypsia to win that team fight off chasing.
Yeah, speaking of what Eclypsia wants to do to win, one thing they want to do is get a lot of BKBs for all this magical damage coming out from the Dire. Looks like they're working on 3 now. Is Rise building a BKB? I guess he is. It's another Crystal Maiden who's having a pretty good time, at least so far. Of course, Angel on Leshrac and Miguel on the Bounty Hunter. No surprise that they would be going for BKBs. If those 3 BKBs get up, I don't think the Dire have an answer. So they got to make something happen soon. I mean, they're not in a horrible position right now, but they are definitely behind. Action on the top lane. Silence goes out on Playmate. There's that Orchid. Looks like Playmate should go down. He is going to drop. Big gank for them. They might be able to transition into either a push or a Roshan attempt. This is going to draw some tension back towards top. As soon as you see Miguel is up there, maybe you look to go the other way. Hani looking to set up a Rise. What is he waiting for? They had clear vision of that. Is he just going to let him walk away? I don't think so. He's looking for the blink. He's looking for the blink. Is he going to go? He's in range, but he doesn't know exactly where Rise is. Nice play by Hani. Oh my god, no vision. Perfect blink stun. There's the Hani of old. Really make his presence felt. Meanwhile, up top, Black Hole on 2. Looks like we're going to see a double kill coming out, possibly for Miguel. Or actually, Mania got the first one. Miguel's going to clear the second. I don't know if that was a worthwhile trade, but hey, that was impressive play by Hani.
Crystal Maiden here. I guess Crystal Maiden and Darkseer for Venge, that's farming, and Broodmother. I mean, I think the early engagement up top, not this one, gave you an answer. What is the answer to a mass BKB? Well, maybe attacking Venge and attacking Broodmother, as both of them will be dishing out a lot of physical DPS. One of the other benefit of having a very farm Venge is you know that she's going to stay in the battle for a long time, and that means that her aura is going to be applied for the entire team for a long duration, as well as that Tiara being casted multiple times. So that is the answer. BKB gives you magical immunity, but it doesn't do so much for physical survivability, as these two guys will be DPSing you guys down very much so.
Lumi, I know you will be proud of Fnatic and happy to see this. Just take a look at the minimap, man. Look at these wards, the Sentry wards, the Observer wards. This is how you play not only against a Bounty Hunter, but anytime you have a lead. They are really trying to strangle out Eclypsia. I'm not going to say they're doing a perfect job, but they're certainly making a strong concerted effort to do so.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that. That is, of course, coming in the expenses of the supports. But hey, Fly's level 11. How is Nova doing? Nova hit on level 9. So I think this game is very much so in their favor, especially now we're going into the mid-game against a Bounty Hunter. The team's a little bit more, clumping up. You have better AoE ultimate, you have a Venomancer ult, who is actually going to do a lot of damage, especially in combination of Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. There's no healing. We're going to have swap on Migo. He pops the immediate BKB. He's going to try to turn it around, and No-Tail pops his Manta to debuff everything. Here comes a vacuum backwards. Are we going to have a wall? No wall just yet. Playmate still chasing. They want No-Tail. They do see him. Black hole. Where's the black hole? No, just a Sun here
it's
on
on
No-Tail.
cooldown,
Will he bring him down? Yes, it's going to go down. Sun on cooldown on the black hole, but a pick off. Huge epicenter comes in just for Migo. Will Migo be okay? Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. Will it hit? No, that's going to miss. A little bit unfortunate. Teamfight still breaking out. Playmate just 1v2, 1v3 at this point. Here comes Rise. There's a stun on Hani. Here comes the black hole. Maybe still no black hole.
Still on
Hani gets picked off. This is what we're talking about. If the teamfight is not clumped up, if we have a lot of chasing, guess what Bounty Hunter is going to do? He's going to hunt you down. He's going to get a lot of cash in return as well. We're going to see a one-hit kill. No! Fly barely survives. Very lucky for him. But this tier 2, that's not going to run, and this tier 2 will be going down.
Wow, what a time to have the BKB up, man. He was a swap stun there. He would have been dead if not for it. Instead, swap was wasted. Mania's ult was on cooldown that entire fight, but to lose a fight to a team with an Enigma when he's not even black holing, that is not a good sign. The gold, I was actually about to say this before that fight broke out. I'm not so sure Fnatic had the lead or was in a good position. They were behind in gold and experience before, and they're up against that vacuum black hole combination. As I say that, BKB up an Angel as well. Man, these BKBs just coming out of the woodwork at the best possible time. No-Tail might get Rise as the prize. We talked about cutting their losses in the pregame, and if Eclypsia limits the damage just to Crystal Maiden, they're going to be happy with that. TP out from Angel right on the high ground. Playing it close, playing it a little bit dangerous, but in the end he does escape.
Migo finds himself a double damage rune, but again, he's got to be very careful where he goes. There's always a lot of Sentry Ward being put down. Looks like the Dire Squad's going to go right into the Roche Pit, despite the fact that they know they're being seen. Maybe they feel like they could bring it down very quickly. You got Terra, you got a Farming Venge, and you got Era doing big DPS. I guess it's going to be close. Yeah, they do have sufficient wards, so they're not going to allow Migo to come in either. They are going to get themselves a free Aegis. The question is, do you put this on No-Tail? And I think the answer is yes.
Well, looks like they disagree. They're going to give it to Era. Not a bad choice. He is in the front lines. He's a little bit less survivable than Venge, I would say. The HP pool is... Actually, the HP is the same, but Manta style on No-Tail, and of course, he can always swap out if he's really in danger.
I don't know. No-Tail's always the one swapping in. He's the initiator, and you don't want to lose a level 14 Venge with a Manta style off the single swap. So,
yeah,
again, when he comes back alive, you give your team aura and tears and things like that. So, Broodmother, I mean, it's the Broodmother, so...
The other thing is, if she dies and she comes back, her ult will be on cooldown, and Broodmother without that crazy lifesteal and damage is not the same hero. So, a good point, actually. I think I'm coming around to your way of thinking. I also want to mention another key item pickup. Hani has a... an Aghanim Scepter. Meanwhile, do we see a pipe on the other side? Actually, Darkseer's had this for a while. I had looked at it, and then I was trying to remember if they had one. They do. And of course, with the BKBs, not sure Aghanims is going to be the most useful item. And by that, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that useful at all. Of course, if they somehow get perfect initiation and no BKBs are used, then it'll be fantastic. But the chances of that are not that great.
Yeah, I wonder when he started to build this BKB. I mean, if he started building it after seeing a whole bunch of Ogre Clips, then I think it was a poor choice. We're going to see 4 BKBs on the Radiant Squad. Crystal Maiden, for the love of God, is going to have a BKB. This game is going to be a farm support game, right? Crystal Maiden, BKB, Manta, and Venge. Pretty crazy game if you ask me. 3 BKBs already up, the 4th one about to come. Playmate not going for BKB. He's going to tank it up. They want to go for Era. There's a vacuum backwards there. Malefice on him. He does not have the BKB yet, and I think that's an issue. Aegis now gets dropped. A huge epicenter. BKBs are not popped. A little bit too late. Blacko just on 2. Era spawns back alive. They want to kill Era. Crystal Maiden drops off the ultimate. A lot of slow. Era's going to go down. Hani's going to go down. Crystal Maiden gets a kill. Here comes No-Tail. No-Tail gets a kill as well. Mania a little bit of trouble. He blinks backwards. Vacuum backs and looks at the Iron Shout. Doing a whole bunch of damage. Nova's going to be falling down as well. Whole bunch of buyback coming in from the Dire Squad. Nova's going to be able to TP out. Hani, is he going to go for any kills? That is the question.
Well, the chase continues. Era's got the silence up. I believe he does pop it on Playmate, but he was able to surge in time. I think Playmate's going to go down, but this will be a prolonged chase for sure. Surges again. He might get away. Blink stun. Blink cooling down in 2 seconds. Is it going to be in time? I don't think so. Oh, Playmate's going to get away. A lot of heroes bought back. I believe that was mostly on the Fnatic side. Yeah, No-Tail bought back, and I think someone else did. Could be wrong about that. I thought I heard 2 buybacks.
Broodmother bought back. Broodmother died with the Aegis again, and then bought back. And now she's down to 1,000 gold. I think that was the best epicenter ultimate you're going to see this game because
and it wasn't enough.
Of it, yeah, it was not enough. That it was blocked by a BKB. It wasn't blocked by a BKB. Everyone BKB when they were like red health, and that's the best you're gonna get. You're never gonna find an epicenter like that where you're gonna catch everyone, no one stuns you, and then no one BKB either. So it's gonna be an uphill battle. We see Radiant leading by 4 kills. You gotta keep in mind the goal difference. I mean, a lot of it's tower, a lot of it's farm, but a whole bunch of it. I'm really curious. I want to see how much of it is track. It's gotta be in the thousands. It has to be.
Well, Bounty Hunters 9, 2, and 4. If we just, we obviously don't know exactly how many assists they've gotten, but just for himself, it's going to be 250 times 9, or actually, sorry, times 13. I'm assuming he's gotten track off for nearly all of those kills. If not all of them, then certainly the majority. Just right there, that's well over 1,000 gold, just for the Bounty Hunter. That's not counting any of his allies. Nova getting caught out again. This is that part of the game where if it's not going well for your hard support, he's not going to have a very good time. And Ancient Apparition getting picked off. Pretty unfortunate. I mean, normally you could sit back, stymie these pushes. Boy, that's a word we've been using a lot recently. As the push will commence on the middle lane. Black Hole still down. BKB is up, however, on Enigma. He's going to be happy about that. Angel BKB up. Of course, Bounty Hunter's had his up for a while. Rise, not quite there yet, but he's going to be joining the party soon. Darkseer with the Aghanims. This Aghanims I like quite a bit. As, of course, you're already getting the Vengeful Spirit auras. And now they're just going to be hitting even harder.
Visual Sphere sending some illusions in. That one gets tracked. I think that's totally fake, and Radiant might have figured that one out as he saw the other illusion as well. I mean, early on the Ancient Apparition kill, let's just do the math there. That was, everyone on the area to get the track bonus. 254 Migo for himself, 150 times 4, that's 600. That's 850 gold per 1 kill. That's bonus, so you still get the hero kill. And as we see, Hani walks in right there, but he's gonna get chased because there's a Sentry War on the high ground. Hani trying to channel his ultimate, he's dead right there. And I think with Hani dead,
no buyback. No buyback.
This is Rax.
This is not only Rax, it might be multiple Rax, because Hani's dead for 50 seconds. You have the BKB coming online momentarily. You still have the wall. You didn't use anything to get that kill. Hani being out of position there, I mean, he's played really well this game, but in the end, that one blunder gonna cost you the game. Navi certainly said it before in interviews, just one mistake can decide the late game. We're not quite in the late game, but hey, if they're threatening your Rax, it's late game, no matter how early the game is in terms of the actual time. One set of Rax immediately down, pretty much for free. They can go top. Instead, they're gonna, we're gonna see Angel TP back as well as Playmate, just looking to push out of that bottom lane. So they're gonna slow roll it. At this point, they're perfectly content to do so.
They're happy with what they got, and I mean, right now, 35 minutes in. Was it a good decision to go Orchid on the Broodmother? How much do you think Orchid has done for him in this game? I personally felt like not so much.
Yeah, I don't think it's done a whole lot. I don't know if a BKB would have been too much different, though. He's just...
Well, you definitely could run away from all those track ganks because you're not getting stunned or slow.
That's true. He might have died a little bit less, but I don't think he would have been getting kills. And it's not just the Broodmother who's dying. It's, everyone on Fnatic's team. At this point, there's nobody who's positive. No Tail's 5 and 5. Oh, well, sorry, Hani is positive. He's 3 and 2. But for the most part, it's everyone else dying, and BKB's not going to help Broodmother survive. Heck, maybe a 4-staff would have been a better choice. Who am I to say? Of course, with this point, with this many BKBs up, yeah, Orchid's feeling quite useless. Hani thought about going for a crazy, game-changing ultimate there, in the end decided to blink out. I think that was a wise decision.
Mantis out now up here on Koga, or Migo. Crystal Maiden, by the way, has that BKB. We're gonna be
I was circling it.
Big ultimate. She's leveling up as well. Rise is ready to change the game. I'm telling you, man.
Wait a second. Look at Rise. Look at Rise's skill build here. We have not talked about this at all because the game has been fairly action-packed. Just so many stats. I like this choice quite a bit. Frostbite's a nice spell, but hey, going for tank, and it's helping him to survive. He's 1 and 4. He's got 11 assists. I mean, Nova's 1 and 4 too. Oh, Mania blinks in. Black Hole on 1, but it's no tail. That's a pretty big kill if they get it. Looks like he is going to go down immediately. There's your semi-carry Venge down the drain to go at the get-go. Buyback.
Get the semi-carry Venge. Semi-carry Crystal Maiden dropping that. Oh, that's 2 kills here. and they're going to keep on pushing. I assume, no, there's a buyback. They want Migo. Can you kill Migo? He's silenced right now. BKB is already off cooldown, and now here comes the epicenter. They're trying to do the damage. Hani's going to go down for sure here. Migo survives for now. It looks like he's going to keep on chasing. Everyone's tracked up. He gets one kill. Era's going to be next. Without webs, he's running very slow. Are we going to have a Janata hit? Another tracks on Ancient Aberration. I don't think they should chase. Migo's just one man. Oh my god, look at his grids.
Oh, I looked away. I thought the chase was over, but he ended up going for it at the fountain. The racks were going down, and that was my focus. Is 2 sets of racks down. Eclypsia looking commanding at this point. I don't see any way for Fnatic to come back. Epicenter was used. They're not going to have that up. Broodmother with the BKB might have been able to get away there. The GG's coming out from Era. A decisive victory for Eclypsia. It looked... Fnatic just... They look like they almost have it together. They played really well in the early game, especially Hani. But, you know, this mid game, they just weren't able to close the deal. Quantic looks, Eclypsia looking pretty strong. I think Fnatic looks a lot improved from the last time we cast them, though.
I completely agree with you. Again, these are losses, but they're not bad losses because they show that they can compete in various stages of the game. They still need to kind of handle it in the end game, or they just need a lot of better decision making. Not saving for buyback, for example, on Sand King. Lost on that first Rax, and that was key. Item choices, maybe the lack of BKB and Brood, maybe an accepted rush on Sand King might not be the best. There's still kinks to figure out, but they definitely can handle the early game, and that's a step up from what we've seen last time.
Yeah, last time when we cast them, if you did not catch those games, I mean, Fnatic just looked like they had no idea. Not like they had no idea, but like they were just on the back foot from the word go. They picked a lot of very farming-dependent, EXP-dependent heroes, and they were punished thoroughly. Huge fountain dives coming out, just a couple more fountain kills. Big dives really all around from Eclypsia here as they're continuing to go for these kills, tanking forever. Nice epicenter from Hani. He's out for vengeance. He's going to get one kill there. Swap back in onto Miguel, but Miguel doesn't care too much. He's right-clicking away. Crystal Beta with another big ulti. Will we see any more kills?
She has a blink dagger, by the way.
There's that swap. Fly's going to go down. Yeah, everyone melting now. Angel doing crazy damage. You know, the one thing the Dire don't really have, or that Fnatic doesn't have in this game, is damage. And this was actually their issue last game, too. You know, Panda was pretty much the closest thing they had to late game that time around. And of course, you know, he's going for an Ag Scepter. That's not going to give you any damage. So, in that sense, maybe they want to go for a little bit more late game insurance. I will say I watched them a lot in Heroes of New Earth, and they usually won off the backs of a really farmed carry, often in a tri-lane. Now, of course, I don't expect to see them tri-laning in Dota, but maybe that's something they can bring back a little bit. But overall, again, we said it before, I think they're a lot improved, and I'm hoping as the season progresses they continue to improve. Maybe they should take a page out of Eclypsia's book, go for a few more stuns, but for now, I mean, those are my closing thoughts. Lumi, do you have any?
Closing thought is to look at the Go and EXP chart. I have it up on my screen right now. Look at, I mean, sure, you're getting Raxus or you're getting a lot of Go, but the Bounty Hunter track bonus, if you get the game rolling your way, you're going to be rich. The Go difference is like just insane, so and it's going to get covered up, so I can't even show you guys, but it's a huge Go difference. About 30,000. I've never seen such a big Go difference. 30,000. That's holy. A lot of it's track, and I think track is making a huge impact in a game like this where, again, you're winning. So that's my final thoughts. Of course, we're going to have the endgame analysis coming up in just a bit. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. And the the series goes to Eclypsia and a 2-game victory. Again, Fnatic got to try next week to see if they could beat their next opponent. But again, they're showing up a lot of improvement, and I'm very happy for them.
That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be coming right back with the post-game analysis. I'm LD. Luminous was joining me on this cast. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be right back.